Hey everyone, it's Amber here with another Stellar Guitarist song tutorial, and today we are going to be learning how to play the picking and the rhythm guitar part for Good Riddance, Time of Your Life by Green Day. Now this is a great song to learn on the acoustic guitar, so let's get into the lesson and go in for a close-up. So I've zoomed in here for a close-up, and we are going to start by learning the first part of the song, which is all about picking. So before we jump into that, make sure that your guitar is in standard tuning, and we're not going to need a capo for the lesson. So the first part of the song is all about picking out the chords. So we're going to have one line of tab at a time flashed up onto the screen, and the first chord that we're going to need is the G major chord. Now I like to play my G major with 4 fingers, so just give it a nice strum. And I highly recommend you do the same because we're going to need that third finger in the 3rd fret on the B string. Okay, so if we have our G chord on the guitar, all we need to do is pick out the strings that has been indicated in the tab. So we have the low E string played twice. We're going to the B string, and then we have the G, we have the D, and we have the G again. E, E, B, G, D, G. And we're going to play that twice, as you can see in the music. All right, and that's our rhythm. Now before we move on into the next bar, I want to give you some tips here. All right, so tip number 1 would be to anchor your ring finger and your pinky either to the scratch pad or to the high E string on your guitar. Okay, now I find this super helpful because it helps you not get lost and hit the wrong strings while you're picking, okay? It gives you way more control as opposed to your hand kind of like just floating above the strings. So really give that a try. It's not a technique that is specifically good or bad. Some guitarists prefer not to anchor their fingers and they like to just, play with precision that way. But for me, I find that especially with this song, because how fast it is, having my pinky and ring finger anchored onto that high E string really helps me in controlling my picking hand and being able to get to those notes quickly and with precision. Now another tip here that I'd like to point out is the picking direction when you are playing this guitar riff. Now instead of just picking all down picks, which you could do, you could go down, 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 down with your pick. What I like to do is almost mimic and replicate the strumming pattern of down, down, up, up, down, up, because that's the rhythm of the picking. It's almost like a down, down, up, down, up, okay? So your pick is going to do exactly that. You're going to pick down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay? This picking rhythm is the same as the strumming pattern. So the most economical way to play the picking would be to adopt the same direction as if you were strumming the section. So really spend some time here on that G major chord before trying to play any of the other sections, and just get a good feeling for that. All right, so we're anchoring and we're picking the strings down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. The next chord we need is the C add 9, and so we're just going to be playing, the only thing that's different here is we're going to be playing the A string instead of the E. Okay, for 1 bar before we move on to our D major. And here we're going to be playing the D string twice. Then we have the B string, the G string, we have the D string open, and then what I want you to do is lift your first finger off of the string on the G and play it open. So we have right, we have to take that finger off for that last note. And what it does is it really helps you get ready to go back to the G chord. All right, it's giving us a little bit of a break to reach up and get ready for the G that's coming around. So let's play through that picking pattern again, and we're going to play that verse through twice. A 1, 2, 3, 4. C add 9, D, C add 9, and to the D. So the next section we have is the pre-chorus, and for the pre-chorus we're going to be starting on an E minor chord, and we're going to be playing the same strings that we picked out for the G chord. So we have 2 plucks on the low E string, and that's for 1 bar. We're then going to go to our D major chord. Don't forget to lift up that first finger to play that G string open. We then move to that C add 9 chord, so we're playing the A string next. And back to our G chord, so we're playing the bass string, which will be our E string. So we put that all together, starting on the E minor, D, C add 9, to the G. One more time, E minor, D, C add 9, and G. And then our final section is the chorus, and again we just have the same chords, but they've just played in a different order. So I hope you're getting the hang of this. Whenever you see a specific chord, all that's really changing are the 2 first notes that you're playing at the beginning of that bar, because the bass notes are changing. So when we have our E minor chord, our bass notes are going to be the E. When we have a G chord, our bass note's also the E. When we have a C add 9, our bass note is on the A string. And when we have the D major, our bass string is the D string. And the rest of the notes that you're picking out with your pick are all the same. So let's try that chorus starting on the E minor. So we're going to be playing our E string twice. We go to our G chord. And we repeat that again, E minor to G. And our last 2 chords on E minor to D. Lifting up that first finger on that last pick. So let's try the whole thing from the beginning of the chorus without any pauses. A 1, 2, 3, 4. G, back to E minor, and to the G, E minor, and D. So after we have played the picking section, we get right into the strumming part of the song. So the strumming pattern that we're going to be using sounds something like this. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And we're going to be using this consistently throughout the rest of the song. So it sounds like this. One more time. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So the chords that we have in the verse, we have our G major chord. We then have the C add 9 to our D major chord. So the G major will get 1 full round of that strumming pattern. Down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And then we have that C add 9 and the D contained between the brackets, and this means that they are going to share that strumming pattern. Now it's very important to understand where the change is going to take place, and it's going to be highlighted for you up on the screen. It's going to be on that up strum. So the first chord is going to get the down, 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 up, down, and then we change to the second chord for the up, up, down, down, up, down, up. So if I demonstrate that, the C add 9, down, 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 up, down, switch, up, up, down, down, up, down, up. So that is a little bit tricky. Spend some time now just changing between those two chords, the C add 9 and the D, and try to practice internalizing that rhythm as well. So we have down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And if we try put the whole verse together, starting on the G, it's going to sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up, C, D. And we repeat it again. C, D. Moving on into the pre-chorus of the song, we have an E minor chord, changing to a D major. We have the C add 9, and we have the G. And again, we have chords between brackets here, which means that those chords are going to share the strumming pattern. So the E minor is going to get the first half of the pattern, and the D will get the second half. Down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And the same will apply to the C add 9 and the G. Down, 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 up, down, up, up, down. Down, up, down, up. So just remember that that up strum is where the change is going to happen. No matter what chord sequence you're playing, whichever two chords are between the brackets, the first chord will get the first half of the pattern, the second chord will get the second half, with that transition happening on that up strum. So let's try put the pre-chorus together, and we repeat the pre-chorus chords for 2 rounds. So 1, 2, here we go, E minor. C add 9, G. One more time. C add 9, G. And then the final section that we need to learn today for the strumming is the chorus. So our chorus chords are up on the screen. We have an E minor to a G. We repeat that again, E minor to G, and then the last 2 chords, E minor to our D major chord. And you can see those chords that are between brackets, and we just apply the same principle with the strumming pattern. So let's practice each of those chords. We have E minor to G, down, 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 up, down, switch, back to E minor, switch, E minor again, and to the D chord. Okay, let's try it a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, and. Down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And then one more thing to note here is that at the very end of the song, we play one more chorus and an outro, which is the same as the verse chords. And this goes back to picking, okay? So it's nothing new that you haven't learned already, but just be aware of that at the end of the play along, you're going to see that I go back to the picking. So we have the song basically starting out with picking, then it goes into the strumming section, and then it ends with the very last bit, picking again. So you really have to be careful with your pick. Make sure that you're really prepared and ready to get back into that picking. So a really good thing to practice, which is what I was doing before I recorded this video, was just practicing going from the strumming section straight into the picking. So for example, it would sound like this. So just kind of going back into that picking motion. And then I would practice it again, going from the strumming. And then get ready for the picking. And I will just do that a few times over and over again to get my bearings. And then when you feel ready and you feel confident, then you can join me in the next section of this lesson, which is where we'll be doing a full playthrough of the song. So have your guitar ready and let's get into it together. Here we go. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learnt in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Take the photographs and still frames of your minds. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So like I said, what an awesome song to learn to play on the guitar. I really hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you did, don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. Now, if you enjoyed this lesson, why not go and check out the lesson that is being suggested to you on the screen? I know you're going to love learning it. And until next time, I cannot wait to see you in another tutorial. Have a really great day. Bye.